Hello, and today I'm going to introduce you to my new toy, which is a sausage maker. This comes as a complete kit, which I bought off of eBay for not very much at all. At least you know where your sausage comes from. So inside, we shall have a look, and we have one sausage skin, all natural. Let's keep that in the fridge once it's opened. Sorry, once it's out of the box, yep. We have a packet of seasoning to make Cumberland sausage, complete with the rest of the recipe. And we have the sausage machine itself. Now obviously this is a manual machine, not the electric kind you see in butcher shops or on the Generation game. And it's got a suction base to hold it to your kitchen worktop. With a small bit of assembly to be done. There's a handle that's got to go on, and you have 3 sizes of nozzle dependent on the thickness of your sausage. And also in here is a set of simple instructions basically on how to fit it all together. So obviously the only thing it doesn't include is some meat. That's where this baby comes in handy. Now I've just bought a cheap as chips boneless pork shoulder, which I'm just going to chop up, run through my mincer, and then add the seasoning and try and make some sausages out of it. So I'm just going to clear this lot away, and then I'll open up the pork and we'll take it from there. Just one moment. Right, so everything's been put away. I've opened up that piece of pork. All I've done is drained the blood, got rid of the plastic packaging as well as the netting that was around it. We don't need any of that. Next job I'm going to do is just take the skin off. Try and leave the fat on. Take the skin off, it neither pop it in the oven at a later date. Have a nice bit of crackling. Or if you prefer, just get rid of it. The skin is of no use whatsoever when it comes to sausaging. You want a bit of fat, but not the skin. If there's any real butchers out there watching me, don't laugh. I'm not a butcher. I'm not an expert of anything. I'm just having fun in my kitchen. So you just hack away at that. There we go, get rid of that, put that to one side for now. And the next job then is just to cut up your pork into smaller pieces to make it easier to go into your mincer. The mincer we shall look at in a bit. Don't need to be too small, don't need to be perfect sizes, just more easily handleable for your mincer. Obviously different mincers are different sizes, can probably handle different sized lumps of meat. Who knows? So you know your mincer better than what I do know your mincer, so I'll leave that one down to you. And rather than bore you all with chopping up a bit of pork, I think we might as well fast forward to mincing time. So after a lot of chopping, we've got a nice bowl full of diced pork. You could paste. You could buy it pre-minced, but if you buy it like and prepare it yourself, you know exactly which cut you've got, you know exactly where it's come from. So that's the idea behind that one. It's not a question of saving pennies, it's more a question of knowing where everything comes from. Now the recipe, as per the package of seasoning, calls for 2.35 kilos of meat. So just load it up on the... That's about as near as we're going to get, I think. So, there's quite a bit left over there. It was a big lump of pork. That will go into either start off the next batch or into a pie later on. So get rid of that out of the way. Next job is to get the mincer, which I haven't got out. Right, so it's mincing time, and here's my mincer. Quite an inexpensive, normal, regular kitchen mincer, bowl to catch your mince in. All mincers are different. They all do the same thing, but maybe look slightly different. So what I'm going to do is grab bits of meat and start to turn the handle until it's all done. Takes a little while for that first bit to come squirting out. But when it does, you need to keep feeding more in. Oops. Squish it down with your plungery bit. Or not. And as you can see, we're getting some mince coming out the other end. Again, I'm not going to bore you with sitting there watching this. There's quite a bit to do, so I'll get on and do it. So finally, that's been through the mincer. Right, next instruction on the, going back to our packet of seasoning. Says add the seasoning and mix thoroughly. So I'll just snip a corner off. Tip it all in. That's a complete mix, contains rusk and seasoning and everything that you need, apart from a drop of water, which we'll come to in a moment. So I'll just give this a bit of a mix. Oh, that smells quite nice. And that rusk in there just soaks up the fat. Let me add it in. And this is what turns into sausage meat. This is just the seasoning. It's different. The right size of mix by following the instructions to fit inside that sausage machine I showed you earlier to create sausages. sausages. So, I think that's well mixed up. Next it says to add 50 ml of iced water. This water has been in the fridge in a jug. Just measured it out. I should think that's iced enough. But as I keep saying, I'm not an expert. I'm just a normal person having a bit of fun in the kitchen. So mix all that in. And once that's mixed in, next instruction, mince again to bind the ingredients. So I'm not going to bore you with me running this through the mincer again. And what I will do is to fast forward to having minced it. Then we shall be shoving it into the sausage machine. Right, I think that's fairly well mixed. It's nice and sticky. And I shall look forward to checking that. Making that out into sausages. Right, see you shortly.